Hey guys, we're here playing Blue Sun Glacier. This hand is, oh boy, just awful. Let's try for a better mulligan. That's much better. Much better. Whew. Up against Leela. Definitely an interesting matchup because we do have to advance stuff in the remote, and on that turn, if she can just get into a central and bounce something, she can bounce our agenda and we'll be very sad about it. So there's certainly some tricks she can do to us, and we're gonna have to just bunker down, I think, for the first little bit. Ice and get $1. Data Pike is a great face check punish. Always happy to see them opening hand because you will make them lose $2 off of it. She's probably thinking about where to go. Ooh, hostage for Katie right away. Mr. Lee, that's fair. It's an early Mr. Lee. I'm gonna click for credits, because this restructure is gonna get us on our feet. So there's a couple different Leelas running around. Broadly speaking, there's like Desperado Leela, what's more aggressive, and Logos Leela is more passive. Let's put Hive in the remote. Seems good. We can try to either get an agenda going soon or just put the Jackson in. Draw for money. If we can oversight now, it's pretty strong before she's ready for it. So I'll talk a bit about the deck while we're waiting for her to make her turn. Okay, it's a Logos, more passive Leela. This is a pure Glacier deck. There's no Scorch, there's no power shutdown. We don't really interact with the runner's board at all, besides putting ice out that, you know, does things to them. And what this does is it lets you focus on just scoring agendas in your remote and not really worrying about what's happening in other places. So if they start playing, you know, Plascrete, you just don't care. They wasted their money. If they worry about power shutdown excessively, doesn't matter. And you're not spending card slots and things that aren't ice money, and, you know, very few exceptions like win conditions like Ash. So this is kind of like the bad Adonis. We want Adonis, but we can't always have it, so we can click for $2 and essentially have pretty good amount of income coming in. We don't need to score for a long time. So we'll put this curtain in front. Even if we can't oversight it, it's still going to be a fat wall. But it does get inside jobs, so I'm looking forward to playing, I think maybe it's called Orion, the 15 cost thing, coming in Order and Chaos. Because that can be on in the middle or in the inside and still be a giant tax. So he's rigging up. Another Ash, interesting. Play one of the Ash out here. We play 3 Ash, and it's sometimes too much, but it can be really good as well. So I don't know, I don't hate it. We'll just drain our private contract, and we can bounce it next turn to get our investment back. So this card is usually awful, but in Blue Sun it's kind of okay. Because it's not actually temporary. So this Plascrete is completely dead. We're very happy about this. Double Plascrete. Oh man, fantastic. So if you can avoid getting scattered in a tournament, it's great to play this clean sort of build that doesn't have any sort of punish. I guess we'll do Curtain Wall. And I can only assume she has inside job. Let's try for an agenda soon. He's pretty poor. Or barring that, some more ice. I'd like to have a lot of ice in the board so the bounces don't really do much to us. There's sneak door. As pretty much what you'd expect. I wanted her to play that because it's not going to help her at all. Doesn't have the money to trash anything. Just going to see things. I think the timing was maybe a little poor too, because if we had an agenda, it would have gone in the remote last turn instead of this Jackson, but we don't. Spends the whole turn digging. I think she sees the ash, she sees the private contracts. Not what she wanted to see. There's an NAPD. Let's draw for ice or for a different agenda. Ice is good. Caduceus is probably... no, we'll do the hive. And I actually think the Caduceus out here is okay. And we'll score this next turn. It's not the best, but it's fine. Well, I don't know. The Caduceus could have been good here, or here as well. We're kind of forced to commit money to the sneak door. That doesn't punish her for face checking it, so... So the cool thing you can do is you can just pick up your Jackson with blue sign ability. We don't really want to shuffle here, so just picking it up is great. We'll have it for later in case anything happens. And it's going to pad our hand on it as well if we do draw an agenda. Another fairy, interesting. Pick it up and install. Advance. This looks a little bit silly, but it's actually not that silly because it stops inside job. We're having to pay for the $14 curtain wall. Don't want to allow any shutdowns this game. That's kind of the goal. So we have to res to block the sneak door. We could let it in, actually, but I don't want to lose the other Ash or the Jackson because those are a good backup to have. I could actually put both Ash into the remote. It's not terrible because then if they kill the first one, or then you can just res another one on the next run. It's kind of good. So there's an Atlas. We want that more than this one, actually. Which is kind of funny. Let's see if we can bait a run here. No, it's not. It's not. That's bad if there's bank job. It's really bad if there's bank job. Yeah, we'll click for credit. Next turn we'll advance and score an APD, and then we can replace whatever they bounce if they bounce this ice, for example. Put the and start working on the Atlas. Has to trash the ferry, kind of sad. Goes for an access, sure. If he hits the bounce on this, I'll be kind of upset. It's actually not that unlikely. Fingers crossed. Whew, yeah, that would have actually been really bad. But I didn't have any more ice to place, so tough to say. I want the hive back to replace here. It allows shutdown, but I'm also worried about indexing at this point. Let's advance this. Let's score it. See what she does. Then I can assign my ice to the right place depending on what we want to do. Just bounces the ash, sure. Oh, wants the caduceus actually. That's great. So this is now going to tax for 4. And this is going to tax for the ferry. Tough call. I think we hive. And then I think we play the caduceus on the archives. And we pitch private contracts. Or is this intern going to do anything for us this game? I mean, no, I think we have enough money that the Adonis is as good as anything else. So leaving a 1 and 5 in our hand is okay. Next turn we're going to install advance, and it should be okay. Probably click for credit, or maybe even play the second ash onto the HQ to fake Crisium grid. Probably don't need to. Here's the Katie. Yeah, that's what you need in this matchup. Katie is great. So now's our chance. We're gonna install advance. Flip this curtain or this curtain for free. This curtain. This will encourage a run here, but he can't really afford it. So it's gonna protect our server and avoid letting us. It's going to avoid us having to bounce this once we pay 14 for it. So this is actually quite good. Sneak door coming into the caduceus. Either burn the ferry or get some nice traces off against a 0 link runner. It's such a shame that Leela is 0 link. If she were 1 link and Annie were 0 link, it would be a lot more interesting for what ID to pick. Disconnects. No. We probably have won this game though. Usually about 15 minutes and you can tell whether you're having an advantage or not. And we have a pretty decent stranglehold. He comes back, but the disconnect code is usually bugged anyway. So there's a good chance he just can't do any actions and we're just sad. No, looks like he's done it. He's burning with the ferry. Okay. And the ferry should trash itself now. And he gets to come in. He make it a shutdown on this curtain wall. That's what he wants. Yeah. Good play. Doesn't go for the Atlas. So now we have to question, do we actually score and allow him to index us? Yeah, we do, because the Atlas itself protects from indexing. That's completely fine. In fact, this hive is now almost worthless anyway, so if he bounces it, we just pitch it and it's great. Yep. All according to our plan. So this hive served us well. We're going to see the indexing come out probably. Maybe just Maker's Eye. If he has Maker's Eye, that's much better right now. Because the 3-pointers are still in the deck. And actually the deck is pretty rich. It's 7 on 29, which is like almost 1 in 4. So we need to get a move on with our R&D here. Keyhole. Woo! Yep. Well, we have a Jackson, so if he doesn't actually hit, we're going to be fine. Sneak Dart goes away. Ooh. Doesn't hit an agenda. We're playing pretty few, so he's either going to not hit or he's going to hit something. If he hits a Prior Crust, we just put it right in the remote, right? Trash his toll booth. No hits. Alright, well now that Sneak Door's gone, we just pull this back to hand. Here's a Jackson. We need to just basically bunker down, right? Play the Jackson. Play the Caduceus. And hope that he wears himself out. We could play the Jackson out here and play the Adonis in the remote. And if he checks it, yeah, that's pretty good actually. I want to get a little more money, so Adonis is going to be good right now. Can use a token to whiff indexing, but he's probably not playing. He's playing Keyhole, so we can spend this token at will. So our options are basically like we can get Pryrec and try to win the game, but that's going to be tricky. Or we pull like an Oversight and go for money here. It's not bad. What's our best ice right now? We have no Sentry ETRs. I've kind of thought about playing guard once in a while, but I don't think it's right. We could find another Caduceus with the Atlas token, and then we can go Atlas token. Just runs the Archives. Nothing in there, right? Unless there's a bug. No, he just ran for nothing. Okay. Let's leave it in for a turn. Errand boy, okay. Let's think. The toll booth is actually amazing. These two are neither amazing. Let's get that in the heap. I can bring it out, but let's not. Let's just install from Archives. We'll get the toll booth out. And then we'll put the errand boy out in case of inside job. And next turn we'll get $7 going up to 18, and we'll have 12 and 17 on this. But probably this will keep him out. And we'll go for the Pryrec next turn. Nope, no bank job. Hedge. Oversight. And restructure. I love when they play a bank job against Blue Sun because I think it's finally going to be good, and then it's either boot camp or it's Jackson and you deny it. Very satisfying. Alright, so let's drag these counters off to do manually just to 14. Bounce it for 4 more. 18 bucks. 16, we're going to have to do this, almost certainly gets it. 12, yeah. This is a bit risky because in the event that she gets to get an agenda from R&D and bounce, our prior rec will have been time walked pretty hard. So this is a risk. I could wait, but I think she gets in a better spot if I wait. Doesn't want to go without a breaker though. I think she's afraid of sentries. Oh, there's the mimic. But now she has no money. Yeah, that was strange. Is there a stim hack coming? That's like her only good play, I think. Stim hack the remote, which is, doesn't even get there. Nope. Stim hack here for a regular access. That's desperate. This res doesn't matter, actually. This is irrelevant. He's going to either time walk me or lose the game. 5 and 2060 is like 1 and 5 to hit. Nope, luck is with us. Yeah, that was pretty desperate. But I guess you get nothing else. So, Blue Sun can keep criminals out of your HQ almost the entire game. It's fantastic. Discards notoriety. Weird. I think Quest Complete is really much better than notoriety. And we pull the game out, so got to see the end of it. And it's a clean sweep. Keyhole is a little scary, but with the Jacksons, you just save the Jacksons until they're needed and then they can do some work. And when you play non-agendas, there's not a ton of Keyhole hits anyway. Posted bounty, maybe, he thought. I don't know. Yeah, it's always tricky for the runner because they don't know if you're playing Scorch or not. He played 2 Plascreets, which really slowed him down. Really hard to tell until almost too late. Thanks for watching, guys.